What's up, YouTube? I'm Robert, and you're watching the B1KER Bar Podcast. Earlier, you were saying, like, sometimes somebody gets a Chris King headset or, they want, whatever cranks or something like that. How does that process go for somebody that's trying to buy? Like, you go to the website, it's not like there's a checkbox that says, I want Chris King here, and in blue anno. Is there like a support link or something you just email, or how do people go about doing that?
Yeah, exactly that. So, we've kind of fiddled around with the website a lot, and it can easily get too complicated, and
right.
Not just from a web design and monetary standpoint, but also like from the consumer standpoint, We've left it fairly simple where there are easy, clear choices if you just want to pick a bike, but and then just there's on every bike page, there's kind of an email list for custom builds. And so we end up doing a lot of, not just that, where it's, you want to throw in a different crank or fork or whatever, but a lot of people, I think, like I was kind of saying earlier, they have a lot of parts too, or maybe they're like moving parts over from their last bike. So we do a lot of like partial builds too. So we'll do,
cool.
Frame, shock, and whatever, headset for
I get it.
Different things. So we're really willing to work with anybody and do all that stuff. It's I'm building these things up one at a time as far as like the final build for a complete bike. So it's typically not a big deal to put parts out. I mean, we don't charge extra to do it; just parts prices difference. These days with COVID, parts availability is tricky, so that makes it
it's been a mess, right?
Sometimes it works out too, because we'll have a complete bike about ready to go, but we can't get this or that, and so it's nice to be able to call somebody up and say, hey, your bike's about ready to go, but do you want to run a different crank or whatever? And people are biking. The bike community, I think, is getting it as a whole that like things are not quite back to perfect yet. And,
no, we all get it, dude. If you like that, make sure you check out the full episode. And hey, do me a favor, before you take off, hit the like and subscribe.